It's been a really long wait since the last main wave of Toho Ultimates from Super 7. It was 2023 San Diego Comic-Con when we got Wave 4 up for pre-order. It's been nearly 2 years since then, and to put that into perspective, I wasn't even making YouTube videos when that wave went up for pre-order. Since then, it seems as though a lot of folks have discovered the line, whether it was through the Ultimates -1 figure, or even just seeing how good the Destroyer turned out, or how nostalgic the poster version of Space Godzilla turned out. And with Wave 5 set to release later this month, here is everything that we know about Wave 5 and everything you need to know about when it goes up for pre-order. One tool that's been really helpful with me tracking Super 7 releases coming out is the drop zone page on Entertainment Earth. Every once in a while, they update it with some new Super 7 releases that are coming out. Usually there's a little hint in the text underneath, sort of like the Hasbro one here, that tells you what to expect from the Super 7 releases, but it seems like this month they are choosing to forego that. So if you look at the potential options, it seems as though next week we have on February 10th, some action figures going up, and February 12th, some action figures going up. There are some other listings here, but these are reaction. Final figures are banks, more reaction. And then there's another one, action figures, February 26th. So it looks like our options are February 10th, February 12th, or February 26th. I am not inclined to think that it will go up next week. I don't think the 10th and 12th, I think they're too soon. They currently have Thundercats of Wave 12 up for pre-order, so I expect that they'll ride out that pre-order window before they ask customers again to spend a little bit more money. I think it's a really safe bet to say that Wednesday, February 26th, from the drop zone page on Entertainment Earth, is the most likely candidate for Toho Ultimates Wave 5. It could be some other date, but based on what's here and how Entertainment Earth usually doesn't add too many after the fact, I think the 26th is a realistic bet. And this timing does align with Toy Fair, which is happening early in March. And Super 7 is listed as an exhibitor at New York Toy Fair, so I expect that they will put up Wave 5 for pre-order, and then in the following week at New York Toy Fair, they will have them on display so we can see some in-hand images of the Paint Masters. So February 26th is looking like the day. It gives you a couple of weeks to save up your money, and you will probably need to save up your money because let's talk about what we can expect from the wave. As Brian confirmed in our last chat, this wave will have 3 monsters in it, 3 separate figures. He didn't talk about price point, but let's assume that each of them are going to be at the $85 price point. That means the whole wave collectively will be $255 US. That's a lot of money to spend all at one time, and thankfully there are a couple of options that you'll have if you are interested in picking up the whole wave. For those who choose to go to Super 7 directly and order from them, there are a couple of benefits associated with that. Recently, Super 7 has been shipping their Ultimates waves from them direct first, before the retail partners like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth get their shipments in. And the timing varies from release to release. Sometimes it's like 3 weeks early and sometimes it's like 5 weeks early. Some of their waves that have hit the $200 or higher price point have been eligible for free shipping direct from their US site. If Toho Wave 5 doesn't qualify for free shipping, at least Super 7 now has a deal with FedEx where the shipping cost is greatly reduced. So while shipping may or may not be free, it shouldn't cost too much. The other benefit of ordering directly from Super 7 is the inclusion of the Super Pack. This is something that we saw with Wave 4 and with pretty much every Ultimates wave that they have put up for pre-order since then. This is a extra pack of accessories that you can only get if you order the entire wave directly from super7.com. Now, this has been contentious for a couple of different reasons. The first is that if you order from super7.com, you do have to put up the money right away, or use one of their payment plans where you can pay every 2 weeks, or I think maybe once a month for 12 months, something like that. And some folks are just very uncomfortable with the idea of paying for a full wave of figures or paying for a release up front when it's going to take, 10 to 14 months to actually get that figure in hand. I've covered this in a video before, but to me, I think that the Super Pack being something extra for those who do rally and do want to support Super 7 directly, I think it's a totally valid incentive. I don't really have any problems with that aspect. The other criticism being that you have to pre-order an entire wave just to get these extra pieces. And so if Wave 5 has 3 figures, but you only care about 1 or 2 of them, you're not getting those extra pieces unless you order 1 or 2 extra figures that you're not entirely interested in. I'm much more sympathetic to this point, and I do hope that at some point Super 7 will sell the Super Pack separately. Keep it free for the folks that pre-order the whole wave direct, but maybe sell the pack separately so the people who want to support the business directly that only want 1 or 2 figures can get those extra pieces, even if they have to cough up a little bit more money. But as it stands, if you pre-order the entire wave, $255 direct from super7.com, you will get the super pack. We don't know what the super pack will contain at this point, but if wave 4 is anything to go by, beam effects, attack effects, something to that effect. Super7.com does accept PayPal and Shop, which allows you to pay in installments. It ranges from no interest to a little bit of interest depending on what time frame you want to pay over. So there is that option available to you. The other option for those looking to pick up the wave are the retail partners, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, maybe other local retail partners in your region. Some of them may offer a 0 down pre-order if you don't feel comfortable paying the full cost up front, but that does mean that you will get it after those who pre-order direct, and you will not get the super pack if you order through a retail partner. Either way, whenever this wave gets announced, I will have my affiliate links for Super 7 and for Entertainment Earth up. If you'd like to support the channel, really appreciate you using those links. So now let's get into the fun aspect and think about who we might see in this wave. We already know from the conversation with Brian that there's one figure in this wave that he's really excited about. And unfortunately, though, it's really hard to understand the inner workings of what Brian's thinking and what he's planning. And so the last time he talked about this, it was 1200 degree Godzilla from wave 3. And first of all, that figure's never being made again, apparently. But I think it's safe to say that there's no guessing what that third figure is going to be. As for the other two, having it be almost 2 years since wave 4, I think that those other two are going to be other characters that we haven't gotten yet, just because I feel like all the high demand variants of the characters that we have gotten have already been done. Out of Toho's big 5, we've only gotten Godzilla and Mechagodzilla so far. So, you know, Rodan, Mothra, and Ghidorah seem like they would be on the table, but Ghidorah is probably going to be more expensive like Destroyer was. And if there's 2 other figures in the wave, I don't expect King Ghidorah will be in wave 5. So while Rodan and Mothra might be safe bets, from this line, we've also gotten Rose Biollante, we've gotten Destroyer, we've gotten Space Godzilla, we've gotten Mogera. So the fact they haven't been going with the big 5 really just tells me that any character is fair game, just probably not the big ones. Of course, there being 3 figures in the wave might also mean that some of them are smaller. So maybe a Godzilla Jr., maybe a little Godzilla, maybe some of Destroyer's previous smaller forms. No matter who those other 2 are, I do expect them to be new molds, new characters, or new versions of previous characters. I don't expect them to be repaints. And so that's everything we know about Toho Ultimates Wave 5. Probably going to be releasing toward the end of this month to coincide with Toei Fair and to get out of the way of the other pre-orders that Super 7 is doing. You'll have the option to pre-order direct from Super 7 if you want to get it first and if you want the super pack. If you want to wait a little bit longer and you don't want to put the money up front, there are retail partners that will be available. As for characters, probably going to be standard size or smaller characters. I don't expect bigger ones like King Ghidorah. As you've probably come to expect from me, as soon as I have information and news regarding Wave 5, you bet that I will have it posted right here on KaijuCanuck. That's going to be it for me, but I'm curious to hear from you. Who are you hoping to see in Toho Ultimates Wave 5? What 3 figures are you hoping to see in this wave? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye!